I think that right now, even though the facilities are there, but from the perspective of countrywide connectivity and what the infrastructure can hold, it's not even all over Europe or all over the America. You can really get the needed infrastructure right. That is for the coming 3 to 5 years, and we're not talking about anything longer than that. So we need to really do something that is dramatic, and we need to do it now on that sense, because we're seeing issues of infrastructure already. So it's not about tomorrow. It's about today. The ability to move what used to be able to do, like for example, all the Montreal hospitals could have moved all the data and share all the data like 10 years ago. Now they have so much data that they cannot. I mean, there's a Brinks car that is moving data from hospital to hospital these days. So it's that a massive of an issue.
Okay, and so what your point of view is that we need to reduce basically the terabits of data that
we need to reduce. We need to be more efficient about how much we're using data. We need to manage what we do with data. We can't just pile it up and make, and we need to consider what's the priorities of what goes first, what goes last, because we need to be able to do the most important things first and the less important things last. So it's the whole scale of what needs to be done.
And in your research, what do you have an idea of where the main drivers are? Who's developing the majority of the data that we see in the data centers?
There are several. Well, obviously we know that the health industry is one of the biggest players in producing data, and because they have to keep data for a long time.
Yeah.
And it goes the same for finance and other big heavily lifting, all the insurance, finance, all of them have to keep data for a long time, and currently they are forced by regulation to do so. And afterwards, it's mobility is taking a lot of data because it deals with a lot of data communication. So that's an issue that needs to be.
Yeah, so it's kind of like the regulation. Yeah, is a time period, but when the regulations were put in place, there wasn't as much data being produced by these organizations, so it doesn't really fit.
Most countries worldwide ask hospitals to keep data to at least 17 years, and most of them have their inner policies to keep it for longer, because they also believe that there's value in the data. So we're talking about, and finance, some of the finance and military, they keep data for even longer than that.
Yes, and as everything becomes digitized, more and more data per patient is being generated.
And a lot of this data is not garbage, but it's never been used. It's kept there and it's kept alive, but it's dead basically. Most people would only go once in the first 50 years to a hospital, and then they're gone. They won't come back until they're old. So that's another aspect of the thing that we need to strategize how we keep data, what data we keep, and what's the best strategy to keep it.